Folks, many of y'all might figure the Dallas Cowboys defense is headed straight for disaster after letting Micah Parsons go, leaving that edge rush looking bare. But don't jump to conclusions just yet. What if I told you there's a sneaky trade in the works, one that could snag a hidden gem out of Miami and completely turn this season around? This isn't some wild rumor. It's shaping up to be a full-on heist, with Jerry Jones ready to pull the trigger on a deal that's got the entire NFL talking. We're diving into Dallas Cowboys updates hotter than a Texas sidewalk in July, coming straight from insiders at Pro Football Network. So stick with me, because these Dallas Cowboys news and rumors might just change how you see our playoff chances. Drop your city in the comments. Let's see who's tuning in and whether this trade rumor hits home for you. Now, let's jump right into it. As someone who's bled silver and blue since the days of Staubach dodging sacks like a rodeo bull, I can tell you this 2025 season has been one wild ride. The Cowboys' latest updates are coming in faster than Dak Prescott launches a deep throw, and the spotlight is squarely on the defense. But let's break it down from the start. Remember that clash with the New York Jets last week? That game was like a breath of fresh air. After a few shaky outings, our guys exploded with 5 sacks. Yeah, 5. And finally looked like the relentless swarm we've been waiting for. James Houston led the way with 1.5 sacks, proving he's earning every snap he gets. But here's the twist. This all happened right after the Cowboys traded Micah Parsons. That move had fans across Dallas howling like we'd already lost the Super Bowl. Jerry Jones, the master wheeler dealer, said the trade was all about using those picks to rebuild, and it looks like he might be onto something. Because now all the buzz in Cowboys circles is about a possible trade with the Miami Dolphins for edge rusher Jalen Phillips. According to insiders like Josh Whale from Pro Football Network, Dallas could send a 4th-round pick to Miami in exchange. Phillips has posted 14 tackles, a sack, and a fumble recovery through 5 games this season. Not eye-popping, but solid. When healthy, especially in his 2021 and 2022 seasons, he was a constant disruptor, playing all 17 games and generating consistent pressure. Injuries, though, have slowed him down. An Achilles tear in 2023 limited him to 8 games, still netting 6.5 sacks, and last year he only managed 4 appearances. But back in that last full campaign, he ranked as the 4th best edge rusher in the entire league with a 94.4 grade from Pro Football Network. That's elite territory. The Cowboys' defensive front looked promising against the Jets, but with only 10 total sacks in 2025 so far, there's no denying they need more firepower. Defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus finally got the scheme clicking last week, but the lack of a steady edge threat still looms large. Jerry Jones has made it clear he's ready to deal before the November 4th trade deadline, saying the team's playoff hopes hinge on making the right moves. With Dak Prescott performing at an MVP level, slinging accurate passes and keeping games tight, this potential trade feels perfectly timed within the swirling Cowboys rumor mill. But let's keep it real. It's not all blue skies and silver linings. As a lifelong fan who's weathered more heartbreaks than I care to count, I can tell you the concerns are stacking up like rush hour traffic on I-35. First off, the defensive edge unit is in disarray. Trading away Micah Parsons left a gaping hole, and while James Houston leads in sacks, he's only seeing 27 snaps a game. That's like owning a Ferrari and never taking it out of the garage. Eberflus still hasn't settled on a rotation. One week Houston shines, the next it's depth players like Dante Fowler struggling to make an impact. Before the Jets game, Dallas had just 5 total sacks, an unacceptable number in today's NFL. That's why Cowboys trade chatter is heating up fast. Without a steady pass rush, the defense is leaving the secondary exposed, and in this league, that's a recipe for heartbreak. And when it comes to Jalen Phillips, the man on Dallas's radar, his injury record is enough to spook any fan. The guy's battled through an Achilles tear, missed major portions of multiple seasons, and this year he's managed just a single sack on a struggling Dolphins team. Giving up a 4th-round pick for him isn't exactly pocket change, especially when the Cowboys' draft stash is already thin after dealing Micah Parsons. What if he never truly shakes off the rust? Insiders are already murmuring about possible locker room tension. If another edge rusher is brought in, could that throw off team chemistry? Adding fuel to the fire, reports in the latest NFL Dallas Cowboys news claim Jerry Jones just got slapped with a $250,000 fine for making an obscene gesture after the Jets game. Talk about unnecessary distractions. Sure, we've got promising youngsters like Shamar James stepping up at linebacker, but the real concern lies on the edge. That's where we're hurting most. And here's the million-dollar question. Could this trade blow up in our faces and make us regret losing Parsons even more? Imagine Phillips goes down mid-season, we'd be right back to square one, watching opponents slice through our defense. But hold on. What if there's a bold twist waiting to flip the entire narrative? If that just got your adrenaline pumping, hit that subscribe button right now. I've been digging through every bit of the latest Dallas Cowboys updates to uncover connections most folks are missing, like how this rumored trade ties directly into our playoff hopes. What do y'all think about the edge rush situation? Drop a comment below. Would you roll the dice on Phillips or stay the course? Now, let's talk solutions, because there's no point stressing over problems without a plan. Bringing in Jalen Phillips could be the exact fix this defense needs. Add him to the mix and suddenly the Cowboys' edge unit gains top-tier potential, exactly what Josh Whale has been raving about. Pair Phillips with James Houston, our current sack leader, and use depth pieces like Jadeveon Clowney or Dante Fowler to round things out. We're not expecting Phillips to carry the whole load. He'd fit right in as part of a strong rotation. Keep in mind, he's not completely washed. Even this season, he's tallied 16 quarterback pressures, ranking 29th among all edge rushers. And in his last fully healthy year, he earned an 87.7 grade from PFF, proof that when he's on, he's a game changer. If Eberflus manages his snaps right, he could rotate the unit efficiently, keeping everyone fresh while building on that dominant showing against the Jets. Jerry Jones has already said he's open to making moves before the trade deadline, emphasizing that the right addition could turn this team into a playoff contender. So a fourth rounder for a 26-year-old with 24 career sacks? That's highway robbery if he can stay healthy. It would plug the Micah-sized hole instantly. More pressure up front means fewer long drives by opponents, which gives Dak and the offense more chances to score. And let's be real, the Cowboys have a knack for turning pass rushers into stars. Houston's been tearing it up since July, Clowney's showing flashes, and Shamar James keeps developing nicely. This isn't just another headline in Cowboys news, it's a mid-season reload disguised as a playoff push. Here's my bold take. If Dallas pulls the trigger on this trade, they'll rack up 20-plus sacks in the back half of the season and sneak their way into the playoffs. That's how big this could be. It not only strengthens the defense, but also eases the workload on younger players, giving them time to grow instead of being thrown into the fire. On the flip side, if Jerry decides to stand pat, we're basically betting the season on what we already have, a risky move considering the inconsistency so far. But word around Cowboys trade circles says Jones is itching to make a splash. This could be the deal that completely shifts the 2025 season from frustration to hope. And that's a wrap on this deep dive into Dallas Cowboys news and rumors. If this breakdown fired you up about the team's next move, don't forget to subscribe. It's free, and I'll keep bringing you the latest unfiltered Cowboys coverage every single day. Drop your thoughts below, hit T if you're all in on the trade, P if you'd pass, and tell me, what's the one move you think Jerry Jones should pull off next? Like, share, and spread it to your fellow Cowboys faithful.